I stream daily, almost daily on twitch.tv/canister_mtg, so be sure to visit that if you would like to catch some of my live content. Well, I don't love this hand. It has Castle Locthwain and attacks with Ragavan. Thank you, Avenger 404040 424242 for your sub. You will live through your coming live, yeah. It's your birthday tomorrow and the whole city has a day off for the show holiday. There is a holiday in Poland too. I need to check what's the name of it. Niebowzięcie Najświętszej Maryi Panny. I've heard some church bells and singsters around the block. Interesting. What's better? Trade and Scamgrieve? I have the Locthwain, which seems really good with Scamgrieve. Yeah, it's Catholic. It's a Catholic. Niebowzięcie is like bringing Mary into the heavens. Probably some better words exists. Which means that little is closed today, which is actually a mild inconvenience. I think scamming with Locthwain seems good. Why is little closed? Because little is closed on Catholic holidays. Awkward. I guess I keep their regents in their hand. Can't cast it just yet. Of course, if my opponent draws a bolt, I'll just simply die, but... What if you're out of toilet paper? Tough luck. I mean, some Żabkas are open. I don't know if Żabkas have toilet paper. They probably do. Trace amounts at least. Ragavan into Ragavan. That's annoying because like he gets the Ragavan and also an extra Ragavan to deal. Pewnie, że mają WTF streamer. Or at least we drew Bowmasters, so that's good. I mean, I just never bought toilet paper and Żabka, so I never paid attention to whether it's there. But Żabkas are typically open because you also can have stores open on Sundays, on most Sundays in the year in Polandia land. No, at least it's heat, not bolt for my grief. So Żabkas for years have been fighting a war against this law where they used many loopholes to still be open on Sundays. Like, be it like technically being a post office or like I guess the owner is allowed to run the shop, so like the owner can be there, or like the workers being there but not actually being allowed to serve you, so they only sit there to be there and you have to use the self checkout cash. Do this. Can cast Murktide, can cast Murktide with a land. Right, can cast Murktide with this, that's good for me. Oh, that's such a good draw. This game was looking tough, maybe a little bit, but worked out perfectly. My opponent failed to draw Preordens and take the Murktide Regent. I feel like there is a Spell Pierce. No, we knew it was another Regent in hand. We've seen it before. Otawara. Babua, okay. Monkey Dash. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with the Orcish army. But I hit Cliffs, so it's good. How do we sideboard against Murkti though? Hidetsugu's. No, I don't think we board Hidetsugu's. I think we board Terminate. Use Fetal Push. I think we use Under Kroxa. And we use Nihil Spellbombs. And we trim on combat tricks because they're hard to use. Against counterspell lights, like always. I have an issue with that. And I wonder about Sheoldred. Monkey out on the draw. Oh, that's possible, but it's not like particularly bad against Murktide ever. Still a card I need to answer that costs 1 mana. Really? I honestly thought you would play Hidetsugu against Murktide? I don't know if that's like a Kappa comment or not. Like Tourach against Murktide? No Kappa, okay. So Hidetsugu is really weak again. Well, I mean, they do play one-drops, and like I guess exiling the graveyard does matter a tiny bit, but I think it strikes me as like a really weak card against them. I think I've heard people like trim on Thoughtseize on the draw. Is Murktide, which is... Yeah, I think Hidetsugu is like... Yeah, they're not gonna have Ragavan in their deck. Almost assuredly. They can't afford. Sheoldred is weak to counterspell and can just die for 2 1 mana heat. High upside when survives in a top deck situation. I don't know, let's like YOLO a bit. They might have the new orb thing. What's that? I mean Palantir? Stone of Erech? I don't have any shatters in my deck, which is a bit awkward. Maybe. Canister, do you know why blue-black ring uses subtlety instead of grief? Well, because it's a control deck and grief doesn't make sense in it, and subtlety does. It also is a deck with blue cards and not a deck with black cards, so... Yeah, I do know, I guess. Good draw. Probably get rid of Bowmaster. Over Terminate. Ay caramba. Leaves my opponent mulligan to 6, so we're even on cards, but that's really good. You need Terminate in case they play Fast Dragon. Yeah, I know what the purpose of Terminate is, that's why I kept it though. But thank you for your input. I was indeed keeping a Terminate, because especially if I possibly will miss land drops, then it seems important to be able to recoup the lost card advantage. Do you have subtlety? Oh my, and I'm left with the Feign Death. Enough times opponents with 1 card in hand, but that could be an iteration. They discarded Prior then. No. Everything went horribly. It's like you knew it. Well, you had no reason to actually believe that my opponent has a Murktide region in their hand, though. You were just like, you know. So you didn't actually have any way in which you knew that. Maybe I shouldn't have bolted. Maybe I should have untapped and drew, because I'm like looking to draw Fury, so Fury would swap those anyways. Fury. Oh, okay. Sure. It's not as good as Fury, but... Ay. Did you know, chat, that Boy Triton is actually one of the few people that I have blocked on my blocked list. I don't remember what for, but for sure was deserved. Now I can't even... now even Fury doesn't save me. Blocking people for countering your grief seems fair. Did he beat you? Maybe, but probably was like posting some shit in the chat and maybe let's have like the Malices on the play. One less Thoughteize. One more Malice, one less Thoughteize. Yeah, sounds good. So getting on the block list is exclusive. What do you mean exclusive? Like you either are there or not. Mid-Ranga hand, probably put back Sheoldred. Trick's a lot better on the play. Yeah, that's why I added an extra one on the play, yes. Maybe I put back a land. Do you put back a land or Sheoldred? If I put back Sheoldred, I draw 2 lands. If I put back land, I draw 2 Fables. God, that's rough. But I'm like lower on spells because I'm mulligan, I can't really afford to be a little bitch. Need 2 lands in 4 turns. Well, I don't need Sheoldred on 4. It's more so that you keep Sheoldred, so that in the case of flooding, you have a powerful play. But you're fine not casting it on 4. If I put back Sheoldred, chances of casting Sheoldred on 4 are actually lower than if I don't put her, because I just won't have Sheoldred, right? And then drawing extra lands is actually useless, like the 4th land here would be really bad. But now a 3rd is okay. So we're kind of balancing the... Yeah, see, like, so a land right now is like a good draw instead of being shitty. I think putting back a land is just good. Could be frustrating in some spots though. Unholy heat. Fable, 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 Fable. See? Will I will I maybe try out the mono black deck? What is the mono black deck? Coffers? Heavily unlikely. Imagine if I had a combat trick. It'd be so good. Let's spend a heat, that's like good for me. But I have a mountain in my deck. I don't think pitching Fury makes any sense in this spot. Sheoldred beats Shredder. I don't have Delirium just yet. I don't kill Shredder too, which means they'll take some extra damage. But the game is not looking great. I have 5 cards, I have 2. Mono black Scam. I've lately been reducing the amount of streams I perform, so that means I have less time to play shit decks that I don't actually want to play. So it is unlikely I will play at all with this. Looks horrible. What is Tacoma? 20k RCQ. Why is the Geralt's Messenger on the picture? Sheoldred's Edict. But plenty of ugly cards. What a weird deck. Doesn't seem like powerful at all. 26 lands just seems so like weak. Can pitch Fury, target Shredder. Sheoldred is gonna live at least. Attacking seems really good. Scam already has a good Tron matchup. I think that's mostly based on whether Scam is playing Moons or not. If you don't play Moons, you don't actually have like all that good of a matchup. But that's just my opinion. Mono black deck seems okay versus Tron. Doesn't Scam almost always play Moon? Well, it used to play like 2 Moons in every main deck, and it does not do that anymore. Like now, no one has main deck moons, just sideboard. Racing. Good luck. One Fury also obliterates Tron. Yeah, it's pretty good, but Spellbomb can protect Sheoldred from heat. Growing Murktide is a bit awkward. Damn, Sheoldred actually owning my opponent. First, I think we just pass. Maybe it's okay to X. I'll have 3 types. Because like the important thing is for this not to die to heat. And it's gonna grow bigger if I exile it later. A 7/7. This doesn't kill me in 2 hits either. Prevents another Murktide. We can maybe draw a 2-drop. Should bomb now. Accept that the Murktide grows by 2. Oh, or does it? God Gamer. I should have responded to the... Because it's 2 abilities. I drew the card before the graveyard was exiled. The Murktide could have been exiled. Whatever. But I guess a mistake. I got super excited to draw the thing. How are we going to race a 7/7 Murktide with this fucking Sheoldred in play, which is winning the race, bro? You ever raised a Sheoldred in your life, chat? Also, what Murktide? There's no Murktide. Oh no, they have Delirium now. They have Delirium because of the creature. Might get punished if they found an Oli Eat. Kept on top, maybe they found Unholy Heat. Ay caramba. Don't have the heat, heavy bolt. Yes. Yeah, whatever, bro. Sure, draw cards with your preordain. Are there sleeves from Hallelujah? There are, yes. Nice song request. No. Heck. Well, that Murktide ended up not being relevant in the end, but I guess it was because I couldn't attack with this. Well, now we need to top deck back. Grief. Voidwalker. Thoughtseize. Kurva no. This guy 2 top. What a game. It's, maybe Thoughtseize just sucks against Murktide. Alright. No. What a game. I boarded out 2 Thoughtseizes usually. I boarded out 1. And I drew 2 and no, I actually boarded out 2 and I drew 2. Very flammable, that sounds fun. Put Mulligan to 5. Don't particularly want to let them draw. So I won't. See, my opponent's hand is very nice. I like taking a lighter and shooting flaming string at the neighbor's kid. How is the kid? Probably bold Thoughtseize now. They do that. Because I'm not comfortable sitting there not paying if they have Sentino, they have this. Ooh, okay, that's nice. They have 2 good cards. Is Rakdos the best modern deck? Allegedly. Let's do this. Seems to make sense. Next turn Fable. They have a Plains in hand. And then Unknown. When I was a kid, I used to beat up other kids with my fists. That was awesome. I miss being a kid. Now whenever I do this, the parents come after me and call police. Yeah. Some shit doesn't fly anymore once you're not a kid. Can't beat people and like piss your pants and other. Watch my opponent play Saga now. Or search for salvation. Or under hammer. We don't die, at least. We don't die. But I can't use Locthwain now. Much. Kurwa, no Delta. Worst draw. Can't crack, can't use. Bullshit. Top deck Caldra would have been brutal, lol. Yes, but hammer too, so plenty of brutal draws. Fury. So if I need to draw Fury, I'll fetch. That was rough. What do we cast? Probably Thoughtseize. Voidwalker. Just to keep Voidwalker. Because it attacked through Sanctifier and I actually like that. Ragavan. They didn't play Memnite, so Ragavan is actually not a bad card. I want to play. Let's go 2 Moonsters. It's got 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Voidwalker, and 2 Ragavan. Kani, you really know how to kick off my morning. I love watching you play MTG. Thanks. I love watching you in the chat saying that you like MTG. Is push or bolt better or question mark? Or. I like bolt. Goes ways, goes face. Coffee is bad. Thank you for our input. I thought about taking out Blood Moon out of the deck altogether and just play Alpine Moon. Honestly, yeah, at least I split. Against Tron it's the same. It's literally the same against Tron, but it costs 0 mana instead of costing so much mana. Let's play around Sanctifier by deploying Filigree Sylex first. One has Blast on if you play Alpine Moon, sure. Yeah, it's like 1 mana. Yeah, they do play Blast Zone. They do all have Blast Zone. Putting Sylex to 1. I'm planning to use Fury on the constructs. Yeah, Sylex is a Ratchet Bomb, for sure. Why did the Gingerbread not attack? I personally am too attached to Blood Moon to replace it, then don't. Just noticed that both versions of Ratchet Bomb came from sets with Proliferate. Damn, that's actually true. And Filigree Sylex even further accentuates that aspect by using all counters. A little oil. Surge of Salivation. Means no construct. Sure. Yeah, I played a Legacy GP. One Legacy GP I played was with Blue Black Shadow and I had 2 Throne of Geth. But it's not true that you don't have 2 mana cards because you have the second copy of Throne of Geth in your deck, but yeah. Is it okay to me if they fetch a needle? Not sure. Not really. What format do I enjoy playing the most and why? Modern, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure if I enjoy any, but I enjoy Modern the most of those, I guess. Issue here is if my opponent plays Sanctifier on vets. They needle my Marsh Flats, it's gonna be funny. No, Nail Explosives makes sense. There's Sax there, okay. Drums there, okay. Say okay, but I'm actually fucked. Kurde no. The constructs are gonna be so big. Ay 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 ay. Feign Death is dead. Fury are dead cards now. Maybe I should have put Fury into play 10 turns ago. Maybe I shouldn't have been waiting and should have just played it on the last turn. Just as a 4-4. I mean, the Sanctifier would still block it, so actually would have no benefit, but this game is looking really rough. Hammer is not a trivial matchup. I like Legacy. The most mono-red Prison is probably my favorite deck of all time. I like that one too. Mono-red Prison and Reanimator. They never feel particularly good though, but feel cool. How did Scam like be 54% when this card exists? How did Scam go 54% at the PT? Nobody plays Sheoldred's Edict, and it's not even particularly good at answering the Sanctifier, but yeah, you can. I mean, there was a window where there was just a Sanctifier in play, but it didn't have 2 mana, right? I mean, I know why. I know that why actually that happened, but I'm just complaining about getting beaten down by Sanctifier so badly. Pained. 2 in the prelim. You can sideboard Reality Hemorrhage if you really want. Well, I have the explosives and the Filigree Sylex, so I know there are possible ways to kill the Sanctifier, but it's still, you're not gonna have them in your deck, and it's still a tough card to deal with. Short stream? No, I'll finish the prelim. Even if we go 0-3, I'm finishing the prelim. I guess we play turn 1 Fury with this. Have you ever killed your own Fury by accident on Magic Online after scamming it on turn 1? Would be truly a shame, I guess. Misty. Nice draw. Kinda, not really. I've done it a few times. Scam before you played the land. Yes, you did kill your Fury. I thought it was really hard to do, actually, and I'm surprised, but that's funny. Scamming before you play a land, though, is like more plausible and really sad. You watched Reed do it? Really? He was like, oh, I didn't know this was like Flame Tongue. Well, that's funny because he actually didn't know. I assume he's on Rhinos. Oh. Okay. Upkeep tap islands? Probably not good. Weird play, but okay. I mean, opponent's dead if they don't interact. Maybe tap land was better and play Bowmasters to have lethal still. But now I have more lethal. Yeah, like Lotus Field can be untapped, like sometimes it's Hidden Strings or Vizier, so it would actually help. Probably was good to do. When will be at 8. Alright, Cancer wins. Nothing matters. Sheoldred looks okay. Bloodwound seems okay. Terminate does not. Fury, I guess turn 1 matters. Chalice on 1. Kroxa bad. Thoughtseize good. Lightning Bolt, whatever. Fable bad. Probably Fable worse than Lightning Bolt. Then worse than like Kroxa and Tourach. Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1 seems like a good to play. Nihil Spellbomb. Bolt versus Kroxa. Kroxa is also double colored. Let's do it this way. We play against Lotus Field combo. They do play Breach, yeah, they do play Breach. But I have Voidwalkers. Well, I don't know about Force of Vigor. Certainly makes Chalice worse, I guess, but Fable looks kinda poor. Meta is so hostile to Scam right now, is it? I don't know if it is. Pitch Kroxa probably. Let's use Undying Malice because it has the white and black artwork. Kroxa's favorite job in his deck is being a gold pitch card. Yes, that's a legitimate upside of the card, so certainly relevant. Preordained. May play fair just slightly better. Twiddle, twiddle, one ring, Vizier. Sack the one ring, I think. Next turn Moon. One can use the Tawara on my Fury. Tough luck, I guess. But we'll have no basics. Like, they have to play Lotus Field for that. We have no basics. Can play Fury for 5 eventually. Or just draw literally anything. Another Vizier is pretty good for opponent. You free roll the Otawara. Twiddle. They could leave an island alive. Well, but how? Then they don't get to do stuff this turn. Oh no, the ring, come on. Why bother? And you can like twiddle the ring? Sack the field? Yeah, sure. Yeah, they could have. Depends on hand. We've seen the hand, bro. We just Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize back. They drew Vizier into the one ring though. So it's not really the Thoughtseize bag. It's not too bad because my opponent will not have mana. Attack them regardless in case protection is bugged and I get to deal 8 damage. Played the wrong moon. Why? I like this. GG's. Wait, that's it? I guess he can't do anything. I attack for 8, takes 3 and dies. Akira, no lands, Mulliganos. Would you participate in a Mr. Beast lookalike contest? Probably wouldn't have the worst chances. Switch out some of the lands from my deck. Let's play the Voidwalker. Canister, I am your biggest fanister. Every day I wake up and slide down my banister to rush to my computer so I can turn on your stream and watch to see if you banister the weeps like I want to you too. Thanks. Like seriously, bro, thank you. Means a lot. Wanna be you, Kanye, so handsome. Thanks. My grandma also tells me I'm handsome, so now that it has been confirmed with 2 sources, just has to be true. No nie, no kurwa, mordeczko. Mana screw a little bit at least for me. How would you fix the fairy free mana? Fix it to be more fun or more balanced? I would make it so that it would say each opponent can cast spells only during their turn, so that it wouldn't stop. Wait, what? It wouldn't stop Bring to Light, Cascade, and all that. And I would make it start with free loyalty. So if you -3, it goes away. Swap the passive with the +1. I mean, that doesn't make sense to swap the passive with +1, but that doesn't really function. Then it would be unplayable. Well, in Modern, probably, yeah. In Modern, the fact that it stops Cascade is actually fine. So it's a bit awkward, but... I think to make it free... Start at free loyalty would be like kind of cool for other formats, because the most crushing is when the fairy bounces the like attacker and then sticks, and the passive just ruins you. And it's kind of a rough play pattern for a free mana card, I think. Is bouncing Bowmasters clearly a mistake, or are you missing something? It's not clearly a mistake. You can bounce the army, but then it triggers and kills the fairy, right? So it's not actually a mistake necessarily. The passive breaking random cards is kind of bad. Well, Cascade, breaking Cascade is arguably fine because Cascade is like so strong, right? But it's kind of like power level thing. But I agree that stopping Bring to Light and Pioneer, or Finally of Devastation and not Devastation, Finally of Promise and Pioneer was super bad. Like super not cool. Any reason to play Rakdos Evoke instead of Rakdos Elemental, Scam, or Midrange? Yes. You would make it 6 mana, but it bounces 2 creatures and draws 2 cards. Fair. Yeah, I can see Finally of Promise shining now that the fairy is gone in Pioneer. Well, you don't, but it used to be a case in Standard, and I think it sucked. I think it was not cool. A Force of Negation. Probably better to do it during their turn. Well, you know, Bring to Light, for example, is a deck, and probably it wouldn't be if the fairy existed. Or rather, like, you probably wouldn't play that card. Just play the fairy in your deck instead. Oh wow. What? How did you lose this game, bro? Just Bowmasters and 2 combat tricks. Next question, how would you fix Cascade? I think Cascade needs no fixing. Do we Blood Moon them? We probably Blood Moon them. Leyline Binding deck. Fury is really poor. If you fix the fairy, you probably have to fix Cascade too. Maybe. I remember when I talked with some designer at one of the arena PTs, I said that I think the fairy starting with free loyalty would be actually a nice design, and it would introduce like a nice decision with the card, because it makes it so that, you know, the passive is like, sometimes the passive is so strong, but the bounce is also very strong, and just having to choose sounds okay to me, right? And then the designer said, no, actually we hate printing planeswalkers like that have like a minus ability that's equal to their loyalty, because they feel too much like sorceries. So yeah, I mean, I guess Nice. Actually, I'm going to take a moment to tweet it. Excuse me, to exit. Without altering the Hareruya logo because they might not appreciate that, but... Ragavan should be a treasure or exile on hit. Sure. It's kind of crazy how insane the card is, yeah. How much it does. It's 1 mana. 2 counter spells. It does die to Bowmasters, yeah, but like, still. You look like an otter in this pick, okay. We don't see the top thief. Do we need to see them? I don't think I often reveal my top thief. Good point though. I think I'll take the 1 ring. Kept Bolt in my deck? Why'd I do that? It's probably better than Fury. Two counter spells. I would prefer to play 2 Bowmasters on the next turn if I get 2. Let's feed the Amon F1 to the counter spell. Taking double Bowmasters end of turn. Also now I have the castle, I don't want to moon. Kinda. Still, if they only have 1 island, then it's good to moon. It's gonna be a good follow-up. Oof, I was scared they're gonna ring, but it's just Kahera. Surely they should have let one of those resolve. I mean, they really want to ring, so makes sense to counter Bowmasters, but RIP. It's fine. Do they have a ring in hand? No, I discarded it. But they probably try to top deck it. That's not Rest in Peace, that's Solitude. Good point. Thank you for your input. Ooh. Ay.
He's a phenomenal control player.
We halfway there.
Exclamation mark SRMOB honey.
Alright, my castle is free. That's a great one to discard. Mario Brega, thank you for the sub. 30 months. How do I fix initiative? I think initiative needs no fixing. Except for making it so that it triggers less times on Modo. It's a bit annoying when it triggers like 3 times for no reason. Well, for a reason, but... Am I going to attend MC Vegas? No. Vegas is actually pretty far from where I live, and it would be a big journey to go there. Very costly, and I'm not qualified for Worlds, so... Will I attend any LMSs? It's possible I will comment on some, but it depends on a few factors. Right, we tutored the Prelim, solid. And play if you don't commentate, then I will likely, yeah. Will I ever come to 4 seasons? Possibly, but we'll see. Congrats on the tutu.